What's up guys, I'm Ben from AuthenTech and welcome to the Ultimate Smart Home Episode 1. Now obviously smart home tech is always changing and advancing and innovating, so this will be an ongoing series. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. Second, this isn't going to be one of those multi-million-dollar futuristic smart home investments that's just too crazy and out of budget. Instead, these are mostly semi-affordable tech gadgets that you can buy yourself. Set it up yourself, and that way you can slowly build out your own smart home over time. I'll show you all the smart gadgets that I've come to love and use each and every day, alongside some smart automated routines that I've set up. A great way to have some fun and streamline your systems. All product and video links that I'll mention will be down below. Without further ado, let's jump right in. First and foremost, the central brains of the whole system. Now, I went with the Samsung SmartThings Hub and specifically the Z-Wave protocol. The basic idea is you want a hub that's as open as possible, one that plays well with others. We want freedom of future expandability to use other companies' products and services down the line. Both Zigbee and Z-Wave are fantastic protocols that support a wide range of different products. The SmartThings app works quite well. Here are some devices that I have in my home with simple on-off toggles here. This is a GE plug-in dimmer outlet. Merry Christmas, everyone. So we can easily set dimming here as well. This is my Bose soundbar, which actually has Z-Wave built in, so it connects with my SmartThings Hub. That means I can control it in the app as well. Volume, presets, loads of other stuff. One last quick example, I really like the August Smart Lock system. Check out my full review here. And since it has Z-Wave built in, we can control it as well through the app and add a quick widget control on my Android home screen, lock or unlock my door. Under automation, we can create routines, which are kind of like presets of multiple tasks. Like here in my studio, I have a few lighting setups. Studio 2 is a chill, calm lighting. Studio 3 is filming time, so certain lights switch on and off. Here in the studio, I use a small variety of smart switches, a few Wemo Wi-Fi switches that I had laying around from an old video review. These work okay. And super quick, you might be wondering, well, those don't have Z-Wave built in, right? Well, you're correct. However, another great feature of Samsung SmartThings, it can still add a ton of other non-Z-Wave devices and services, like If This Then That and LifeX bulbs, and a whole lot more. The SmartThings Hub is actually fairly cheap. The latest 3rd gen model is currently only $63. So since we're starting here in the office studio, a few other gadgets I like. Inside the wall are a few GE Z-Wave light switches. These work great. One other gadget I was testing was the Bond Smart Home Controller. I feel like it has a ton of potential, but it's still working out some of its bugs. For a little while, I had it controlling my ceiling fans throughout my home using old school radio frequencies, and when it worked, it was pretty neat. I could simply voice control my fans to a certain speed. It's a cool idea. My current smart thermostat is the Ecobee 4, which I really like. I have 3 extra room sensors spread throughout my home, and those are helpful for averaging out temperatures and then placing higher priority in certain rooms, like the baby room at night. The Ecobee also has Alexa built right in, which is pretty sweet, but more on this shortly. The other central hub system that I prefer is Google Home. Now, I've tried Alexa and it has some benefits, but overall, I think Google is way more powerful and advanced. However, I appreciate the healthy competition. So here in the kitchen, I'm using the latest Google Home Hub. It's $149 and has this beautiful little touchscreen display, built-in loudspeaker. With voice or touch, I can control my other smart devices like lights and more. I love the visual multiple timers when cooking or baking. I love being able to see who's at my front door when the doorbell rings. Also very cool, Google recently released a new routines feature to Google Home app. I actually made a whole video showcasing how to set it up. Here you can customize preset routines to simplify your day, like Google Good Morning, and it'll automatically do X, Y, and Z. One of my favorites, Google I'm heading out, and then it could auto lock the door, set thermostat to away, arm the security system, turn off all your lights, and a whole lot more. Also here in the kitchen, I have a couple Z-Wave switches, but this one is a dimmer switch. And then I installed some LED lighting over and under cabinet. Nothing too fancy, but with the dimmer switch, I made sure it was compatible with voice, or in the app, I can set it down to different dim percentages. Also, I can set automatic routines, like at sunset, have it auto dim down to 10%. This is nice. Moving over to the living room area, I have a Logitech Harmony Hub. It's basically like a universal IR hub blaster, and it can control all sorts of entertainment center devices. And then there's this one controller. It's like a universal remote. It can control the TV and soundbar and more. With voice control through if this then that. If I say Google turn on the TV, it'll use the Harmony to turn on both systems. A little while back, I purchased the Bose soundbar. Now it's not cheap, the price is actually way expensive in my opinion, but it actually sounds really nice. It has that great virtual surround sound, and it can be controlled through apps like its own, Harmony, Z-Wave, and more. I have some outside laser Christmas lights, and right now I'm using the Neo Z-Wave plug. It's probably the smallest profile out there and probably the cheapest unit out right now. Though it's still not super cheap, like 30 bucks each, which is kind of lame, but I can't wait till these Z-Wave controllers come down to like 5 or 10 bucks a pop. And you might be wondering, why don't I just buy those cheaper Wi-Fi plugs on Amazon, which they are more affordable, but you gotta remember each device that we add onto our Wi-Fi network can slowly bog down the system over time. So for me personally, I don't like to have a ton of Wi-Fi devices if not necessary. So for my setup, I'll use Z-Wave as a more efficient protocol for those little smart home gadgets. And while we're up front here, I really like my front door setup. My smart doorbell camera that I've been using is the Nest Hello. It has some really sweet features like a super high quality HDR wide angle camera, 24/7 nonstop cloud recording, facial recognition, and announcements on my Google Homes. Check out my full review here. And then on the other side of the door, I really like my August door lock and keypad system. It's secure, fast, easy way to lock or unlock my door from anywhere in the world using my phone. And there's lots more features. Check out my in-depth review. Here in the laundry room and garage, I have a couple of these First Alert 2-in-1 Z-Wave smoke detector and carbon monoxide alarms. Now they're not super cheap at about 45 bucks each, but safety and peace of mind is sorta important. These are fantastic because if the alarm goes off and I'm not at home, I can still be notified on my phone wherever I'm at. And while we're stepping out into the garage, I have a few more fun and helpful smart home gadgets here as well. On the door, I have a GE door hinge sensor, which activates each time the doors open or close. There's a lot of fun things we can do with a door sensor like this. For example, I have it notify me on my phone whenever the door's left open longer than 5 minutes. Also right here at the doorstep, I converted over a few more smart light switches. A few of these control my outside lights. So from the SmartThings app, I created a sunset routine. So then every evening at sunset, these certain lights pop on, and then at sunrise, they auto turn off. Up on the ceiling, I have a massive array of these crazy bright LED light panels. They easily daisy chain together, fast to install. They're actually pretty affordable, and I made a whole video on these as well. A very awesome smart home gadget that I use multiple times every day is my garage door opener. Now at first I tried that popular Go Control Z-Wave opener, but sadly it seems kinda outdated. It often won't work with newer garage door openers for security reasons. I tried multiple ways of hooking it up, even tried soldering it to a circuit board, and nothing worked. So instead I went with the MyQ Smart Garage Door Opener from Chamberlain. It's not super cheap, but not too expensive. I found one on Amazon warehouse deal for like 64 bucks. Install is easy, which I appreciate, and though unfortunately I can't control it from my SmartThings app, they have their own app which works fine. We can open or close the door, view history feed, even add custom alerts like notify me when the door is left open longer than 15 minutes. I also appreciate they have a web dashboard with full control here as well. And last but definitely not least, if any of you have a yard sprinkler system, you've got to check out the Ratio. It's a smart Wi-Fi sprinkler controller with super easy install and then a ton of powerful controls and customizations in their app. Scheduling your sprinklers has never been easier, and with finer tuned controls like local weather skips and intervals, soaking cycles, each watering zone has crazy detail like grass or shrub type, spray heads, soil, even the slopes for water runoff and soil permeation. They too have a nice web application. Just look at this, there's root depth, crop coefficient, nozzle inches per hour. It's amazing and insanely detailed. Okay, so that's my smart home tech episode 1. It's always changing and adapting, new gadgets coming in and out. Make sure you stick around for more smart home videos like this in the future. All links to products and videos will be down below. Let me know down in the comments if you want to know more info on any of these products or how they're set up. Until I see you next time, let's live AuthenTech.